Hey guys, and welcome in for another video. Today we're going to be covering a Scav loot run on Shoreline. The reason why I choose this run is because compared to Lighthouse and Reserve, your survival rate's most likely going to be about 80 to 90% compared to Reserve and Lighthouse, where you're going to have rogues, raiders, trader scavs, PMCs, and all the above. I'm going to be covering this run from probably two different spawns so you guys can get an idea on how to run them. Without further ado, let's get into the video and see what we got. Alright. So as you see, we got Lighthouse spawn here with 18 minutes left. It's not a bad spawn, but what you want to do here is head immediately right. And we're going to grab this mid-tier stash while we have a chance. And then we're going to make our way to the beach. And we're going to do so by avoiding Lighthouse Bridge, because if you ever get caught on that bridge, it's headshot city. You will get head eyes by somebody camping, whether it's a player scav or a player. And as we get closer to here, it's going to be another mid-tier loot spawn. Nothing to get too excited about, but it's definitely something that you're going to want to hit up on the way out. Those syringes do go for 16 to 27k on average. As you see, we're making our way through the field. We want to avoid power station and resort, as that's where all the players are, that's where all the fighting is. I'm going to come up on this construction area and hit another mid-tier stash. Can never go wrong with food. Now this is when we're going to hit our largest tier stash. Be careful of cottages, because Sanitar can spawn there and players do go there a lot for tasks. You will find a lot of good loot in this stash here. Usually, if you can get it full. As you see, my run wasn't that great. There's always this tool chest here you want to check on your way out. And then in this video, I chose to go around camp because I heard people inside and I just decided to avoid the fight for all intensive purposes. And we're going to hit our other largest tier stash. Now this stash here is where you'll find the best loot out of all the stashes you'll hit. It just always hits for me. You'll find GPUs in here, gear, guns. Usually quest items too. And as you see, it wasn't a very profitable run, but we made it out. Didn't get shot at. Only heard player scavs. We got a quest item. Nothing that we can complain about there. This time we spawned at resort with 13 minutes left. There's no stash close by, so we're gonna run through and see if we can't find a dead body on the way or any loose loot that we can't find valuable. There are a lot of med bags in here for stims. As you see here, we got a syringe. We do find a dead body here at the end and there's nothing on it, so we just continue on down to the stash and the dead scav. You always want to check this dead scav. He could have GPUs, he could have flash drives, he could have a ton of good ammo on him. For me, he had a headset. And then the stash is just outside back. It's over by this tree. This is also a mid-tier stash. Nothing super good ever really spawns here, but it's always worth checking. And as you see now, the stash runs are starting to kind of look the same. We're going to hit up a few of the same spots along the way. Again, we're going to hit up that really good stash here, just like last raid. This time it ended up having an AK, which is always good to have. Again, I can't stress it enough. Do not forget to hit up this tool chest. It could have a PDW in it a lot. Then this time I didn't hear anybody in the camp, so I went for the key spawns. You can get really good keys in these jackets. This is also a higher tier loot spawn. Any of these like trapdoor looking ones usually have the better loot in them. This time I wasn't so lucky. Tarkov does go for 27k. You can get bolts ranging from 20 to 27k, which is always good. Always pick those up. Xenos 23k. Always pick those up for money if you have the space. And what's different in this run compared to last run is I'm going through town here, which there are 2 more stashes up here. There's one on the left and one on the right. This is usually the 2 stash spawns where I find the helmets. I'll find a lot of headsets in these ones. Sodium's also a good find right now. It's 20k. Again, the purpose of these runs were for money and gear and survival rate. I know I'm going to get a lot of people saying, why don't you go to Lighthouse? Why don't you go to Reserve? And it's because trader scavs and anything else. But as you see here, another solid run without seeing anybody, without getting shot at, without even being bothered. So if you guys like the video, please subscribe. Please like the video or follow us on Twitch in the links below. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to see you in there. We stream daily. And thanks for watching, guys.